morning, good morning. It is day 290 of From Here to Jerusalem. Walking from West Cork to Jerusalem with a harp on your back. Sean the harp, Jerry the stick, and my good self. We're leaving Smederevska Palanka. Oh yes, I really thought there yesterday for like a good hour or so that I left the Palankas behind in Hungary, and I was laughing at myself, saying like, yeah, deja vu. But no, it is Smederevska Palanka. I'm heading to Velika Plana. Is that right? Like Velika Plana. So, Velika Plana it is. I was very tired last night. I did around 30 kilometers, just under. And, you know, pushed hard because there was no places to stop along the way. I'm heading into an area now in the next few days where this is going to be common for me. I think I need to turn here. Hang on. So, in the Middle Ages and in the Roman times, this was like a highway for people like me. Now it's a highway for cars. So, it's a little bit more complicated finding the way, and the distances are long. During the Ottoman occupation of this part of the world, there was a rest place for people like me every 20 kilometers, place to refresh your horses and rest, which of course is, like I always say, humans are built to go at around 20 to 25 kilometers a day, then you can keep doing it forever. I mean, Pointing K is right here, old birds still going. Now, so I lost my sunglasses. They were really nice, really good, but I found replacements. They made me look pretty cool, right? Listen, beggars can't be choosers. So, Velika Plana today, then tomorrow a bit longer. I'm not going to Koporin because it'll bring me back into the hills. I've been climbing enough for the past few days. It's been really lovely being up there, but the next 2 days are going to be flat because then I have to do a pretty good climb and nowhere to stay. Nowhere to stay. So I'm gonna do a shortish day today, and then I'm gonna go and figure it out. Whew. Now I have to turn here and get out of this town. I think I can do that. Looking forward to the walk today. It's about 14 kilometers. It's about -3. And feels like -5, something like that. Perfectly fine, no issues. Baba Martha, who is the weather witch, who controls the weather at this time of year, she's a little bit fickle, so she can play tricks. That's why I have to be careful with the planning. Now, yesterday I thought there would be nothing on the way. I was very lucky, of course, that I ended up being on that road on a Sunday morning. There wasn't a lot of heavy traffic, but I wouldn't want to repeat that during the week. So there is a cycle route which goes over the path that I want to take. It takes me just out of the Morava Valley where I'm walking into today. So I took, instead of Smederevska, I went over Ripanya, which meant that I went over a hill in order to get to the Morava Valley. But then, you know, the Romans were clever. and they put the road in the valley, and that's of course where I would like to be, but there are now 2 massive roads because, you know, great minds think alike, and this one will have to go through the hills. Now, because the Via Militaris is now under tarmac, way under tarmac. So today, simple enough, flat, should be good. Looking forward to it. Who would have thought, like? Okay, let's go do this. Right, so the moment I come off the hill, I go down into the valley, it's like a few degrees colder again. Doing good, about an hour and a half away from where I'm heading. I've been practicing Serbian. Yes, Hodo Ana. So, yes, no. Okay. Hodo cha, Hodo. Well, that didn't stick for very long. I have to go back to the drawing board. Try again. So I've decided it's time for me to dip into learning a little bit of Serbian. And yeah, so I'm going to learn a few phrases just so I can so people can make fun of me, I suppose, because I'm not laughing enough out here. This is my road at the moment. So it's cold, so whatever water is there is slippery. Yeah. Whew. It's good. I'm loving this. It's beautiful and crisp and cool and crisp. Right up my alley. Isa, it always comes in many different forms. And then when the water sinks in, you see you have the little bubbles, and then underneath it there's nothing. And sometimes when the water freezes really quickly, it contracts and you get like these shard-like things. Also when there's a lot of wind, it also creates shapes. Ah, look, here, I'm crossing the river here. Up onto the bridge. Nice. Okay, let's go do this. Okay, river, dike. Oh, nothing like the Danube where we were walking before, but it'll have to do. There we go. Oh my God, that's just so funny. Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh. Now, do you think you're out in the middle of nowhere, huh? And what do I see in front of me? A hunter's hut. And what's next to it? A big pile of rubbish. I mean, incorrigible. I've been thinking, I think that what needs to be done is that those who are, if you have a country that cannot clean up its rubbish, huh? Like Serbia, for whatever reason, I'm not going to go into, you know, why it doesn't get cleaned away, but like we used to have only organic packaging like cloth and paper, and now it's all plastic. If countries cannot clean it up, it should be done by those who create the plastics that we put everything in, because otherwise you end up with this everywhere. I mean, look, like we're in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of a field. Like, that's just heartbreaking. So really, if we want to protect those countries, then the producers of all the plastic need to pay for it to be cleaned up. Surely that must be possible. That must be possible. Okay, now for the harder bit. Thin ice. Let's go do this. Without looking it up, ja sam hodočasnik. There you go. Ja sam I irski. I'm brilliant. Okay, about half an hour and I'm there. Another lovely doggo. He's chained to that pole. Yeah. Hey, Chook Chook. Look at you, you glorious specimens. So, the tunnel by which I should have crossed the railway was full with rubbish, so you couldn't get through there. So, you climb over. There you go. Now, where do I go here? Let me look.